Lana here. And before we even begin, I need you to take a deep breath, because this message is going to hit differently. This reading found you for a reason, not by accident, not by chance. There's someone in your energy right now who is pretending like you don't exist, acting calm, detached, unbothered on the surface. But behind closed doors, behind that mask, their mind is completely consumed by you. And the more they try to deny it, the stronger it gets. This isn't casual curiosity. This is obsession wrapped in silence. As I tune into your energy, 3 cards immediately step forward, and the story they tell is intense. The 7 of Cups, the Lovers, and the Devil. Just hearing these together should already send chills through you. There is confusion here, temptation, desire, and a connection that refuses to loosen its grip. Someone is stuck in their head, replaying moments with you, imagining scenarios that never even happened yet, feeling pulled in directions they don't know how to control. They may act like they've moved on, like they're focused on other options or distractions, but deep down, none of it compares to you. This is the kind of connection that makes someone question themselves. They wonder why you affect them this way, why they can't stop thinking about you, why your energy keeps showing up when they're alone at night. There's a magnetic pull here, something intense, something a little dangerous, something they're afraid to admit out loud. They don't want to look weak, they don't want to look attached, but the truth is, they are far more emotionally involved than they let on. If you've been feeling someone thinking about you out of nowhere, feeling waves of energy, sudden emotions, or dreams that don't make sense, this is why. This message is for you because you're already connected to it. And as we go deeper into this reading, you're going to understand exactly what they're hiding, why they're fighting it, and what this obsession truly means for you. As I focus on the 7 of Cups, the first thing that comes through is the feeling of mental chaos mixed with desire. This card speaks of a mind that cannot settle, a heart that doesn't know where to land. The energy here is dreamy, scattered, and deeply conflicted. This is someone who is constantly lost in thought about you, imagining different outcomes, different versions of reality, different ways things could unfold. They don't just think about you in one way. They think about you in many ways, over and over again, almost like scenes playing in their mind on a loop. The 7 of Cups shows confusion, but not the kind that comes from lack of interest. This confusion comes from too much feeling, too many emotions happening at once. This person is overwhelmed by what they feel when it comes to you. They may have other options around them, other distractions, other people trying to get their attention, but none of it truly satisfies them. Everything else feels shallow compared to the depth of what they feel with you. Still, they struggle to choose clarity because clarity would force them to face the truth. This card often appears when someone is living in fantasy more than reality. They imagine conversations with you that never happened. They replay moments they wish they had handled differently. They picture what it would be like to be close to you, to touch you, to be fully seen by you. At the same time, they are afraid of what that reality would demand from them. Fantasy feels safe. Reality feels risky, and so they stay suspended in between, dreaming instead of acting. There is also an element of illusion here. This person may present themselves as carefree or distracted, but internally they are anything but. They might tell themselves stories to justify not reaching out, convincing themselves that you're better off without them, or that timing isn't right, or that something else needs to be resolved first. These are excuses born from fear, not truth. The 7 of Cups reveals someone who is hiding from their own emotions by drowning them in possibilities. Emotionally, this card shows temptation pulling them in different directions. They feel drawn to you, but they're also tempted by comfort, by familiarity, by whatever keeps them from making a bold choice. Yet no matter how many cups they look at, your energy stands out. There is something about you they can't replicate, something real, something powerful, something that cuts through all the illusions. That's why their mind keeps returning to you, even when they try to move on. The 7 of Cups also speaks to overthinking and paralysis. They want everything to make sense before they move. But emotions don't work that way. The more they analyze, the more stuck they become. This creates a cycle where they think about you constantly, but do very little to change the situation. From the outside, it may look like indecision or disinterest, but energetically, it's obsession mixed with fear of choosing wrong. For you, this card is a reminder not to get lost in their confusion. Their mixed signals, silence, or inconsistency are not a reflection of your worth. They are a reflection of their internal struggle. You are the clarity they're afraid to step into. You are the cup that holds real emotion, not fantasy. And that is exactly why this connection feels intense, heavy, and unfinished. When the Lover's card appears, the energy immediately shifts into something deep, intimate, and undeniable. This is not surface-level attraction or a passing crush. This is the kind of connection that reaches straight into the heart and asks real questions. The Lover speaks of recognition, of two souls seeing each other beyond masks, beyond fear, beyond logic. This card shows that the bond between you and this person is felt on a soul level, even if it has never been fully spoken out loud. At its core, the Lovers is about choice, not just choosing another person, but choosing truth, vulnerability, and alignment. This person feels you as a mirror. When they think about you, they are forced to confront parts of themselves they usually keep hidden. You awaken emotions they didn't plan for. That's why your presence in their life feels both beautiful and terrifying. Loving you would mean stepping into authenticity, and that requires courage they may not be fully ready to claim. This card also speaks of emotional honesty that has been delayed. There are words they want to say to you, feelings they want to confess, moments they replay where they almost opened up but didn't. Every time they pulled back, it wasn't because the love wasn't there. It was because the love felt too real. The Lovers reveals a heart that knows exactly who it wants, even if the mind keeps interfering with excuses and hesitation. Energetically, this connection is balanced yet intense. There is mutual attraction, mutual curiosity, and mutual emotional impact. You affect them just as deeply as they affect you. Even if they act distant, they feel the pull. Even if they try to distract themselves, they compare everyone else to you. This card confirms that the bond is reciprocal. You are not imagining it. What you feel is real, and it's shared. The Lovers also highlights the tension between desire and fear. This person stands at a crossroads emotionally. One path leads to safety, familiarity, and staying exactly where they are. The other path leads to you, and that path requires risk, honesty, and transformation. Choosing you would mean choosing growth. And growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels rewarding. That's the inner conflict they're facing. This card is deeply tied to communication from the heart. There is a strong desire for union, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. They want to be understood by you. They want to understand you. They crave that kind of deep connection where words aren't even necessary because the energy speaks for itself. That's why silence between you can feel so loud. So much is being felt but hasn't been said. For you, the Lovers is a reminder of your power in this connection. You're not just an option. You are a choice that matters. Your energy represents truth and alignment, whether or not they are ready to step forward yet. This card shows that the connection has already changed them. You've opened their heart in ways they can't undo. Once the Lovers appears, there is no going back to emotional ignorance. This card also carries a message of self-alignment. It asks you to choose yourself just as deeply as they are being asked to choose you. Love should not require confusion or self-abandonment. If this connection moves forward, it must be based on honesty and mutual effort. And if it doesn't, the Lovers still assures you that the love you offer is powerful, sacred, and transformative. When the Devil appears, the energy turns intense, magnetic, and impossible to ignore. This card does not whisper. It pulses, it tempts, it exposes what someone is trying to keep hidden. The Devil represents desire that goes beyond logic, attachment that feels consuming, and emotions that refuse to be controlled. In this connection, this card shows that you are not just on their mind, you are under their skin. The Devil speaks of obsession, not in a shallow way, but in a deeply psychological and emotional sense. This person feels tied to you in ways they don't fully understand. They may try to distract themselves, stay busy, or even act cold, but none of it works for long. The more they resist, the stronger the pull becomes. This is the kind of energy that shows up late at night, in quiet moments when defenses are down and the truth can't be avoided. This card also reveals desire mixed with fear of losing control. Being drawn to you makes them feel exposed. They don't like how much power this connection has over them. They are used to feeling in control of their emotions, their image, their choices. But with you, that control slips. They think about you more than they want to admit. They crave your attention, your energy, your presence, even if they pretend otherwise. And that craving creates inner tension. The devil highlights attachment patterns. This person may have unhealthy habits when it comes to emotions or relationships. They might suppress feelings, avoid vulnerability, or attach themselves to distractions instead of facing what's real. You disrupt those patterns. Your energy forces them to feel, and feeling is exactly what they've been avoiding. That's why they may act distant one moment and intensely focused the next. They are battling themselves. There is also a strong element of temptation here. They are tempted to reach out to you, to cross boundaries, to say things they've been holding back. At the same time, they fear the consequences of giving in. The devil shows someone who feels chained by their own thoughts and desires, not by you. You are not the trap. You are the mirror showing them where they are still stuck. This card doesn't mean the connection is toxic by nature, but it does mean it is powerful. Powerful connections bring shadows to the surface. They expose insecurities, fears, and unhealed wounds. This person may project those feelings outward, acting detached or even defensive, because it's easier than admitting how deeply affected they are. But energetically, the bond remains strong. For you, the devil is a reminder to stay grounded in your worth. Obsession does not equal love unless it is transformed into conscious choice and healthy action. You are not responsible for managing their emotions or saving them from their inner conflict. Your presence alone has already triggered awakening. What they do with that is up to them. This card also speaks of breaking chains. The chains in the devil card are loose, meaning they can be removed. Awareness is the first step. This person is becoming aware of how deeply they feel, even if they're not ready to admit it yet. And awareness is powerful. It changes things, even in silence. When the Seven of Cups, the Lovers, and the Devil appear together, the message becomes powerful, layered, and emotionally charged. This is not a light or casual connection. This combination speaks of a bond that lives in the mind, the heart, and the shadow all at once. It reveals someone who is deeply affected by you, yet internally conflicted, pulled in different directions, and struggling to control what they feel. The Seven of Cups shows how this connection lives in their thoughts. They are constantly imagining you, replaying scenarios, wondering, what if, and getting lost in possibilities. Their mind is crowded with images of you, mixed emotions, and unanswered questions. They don't see you clearly all the time because fear distorts their perception. Instead of choosing truth, they drift into fantasy, confusion, and avoidance. This is where the obsession begins quietly, in the mind, through overthinking and emotional overwhelm. Then the lover steps in and shifts the energy from confusion to recognition. Despite all the mental chaos, their heart knows the truth. This is not just attraction. This is a soul-level pull. The lovers reveals that this connection forces choice. You represent authenticity, emotional honesty, and alignment. Being with you would mean choosing real love over comfort, truth over illusion. And that choice scares them. They feel seen by you in a way that strips away their defenses. That's why they hesitate, not because they don't feel it, but because they feel it too deeply. The lovers also confirms that this connection is mutual on an energetic level. Even if actions don't match feelings yet, the bond is shared. You are not imagining the intensity. You are not alone in what you feel. There is a magnetic recognition between you, a sense of this matters, even if it hasn't fully manifested in the physical world. This card shows that love is present, but it stands at a crossroads. And then the devil reveals what happens when love and confusion collide without resolution. Desire turns into attachment. Feelings turn into obsession. The devil shows that this person feels chained to their thoughts of you, craving your energy while fearing the loss of control that comes with it. They may try to deny it, distract themselves, or act unbothered, but internally, they feel consumed. The more they resist, the stronger the pull becomes. Together, these three cards tell a story of someone who is mentally overwhelmed by you, emotionally bonded to you, and intensely attached to you. The Seven of Cups explains why they seem inconsistent. The Lovers explains why they can't let go. The devil explains why the connection feels heavy, intense, and addictive. This is not indifference. This is inner conflict. For you, this combination carries an important message. You are the clarity in their confusion, the love they are afraid to choose, and the truth that exposes their shadows. But you are not meant to be trapped in their indecision. These cards ask you to remain grounded, self-aware, and aligned with your worth. Love should not cost you peace. This connection has the power to transform, but only if fear is faced and choices are made consciously. Otherwise, it remains stuck in fantasy, longing, and obsession. The energy between you is real, undeniable, and deeply impactful. Whether they step into it or continue to fight it, one thing is clear. You changed them, and this connection will not be forgotten easily, because it awakens something they can no longer ignore.